another video. Since school starts for me tomorrow, we're gonna be looking at scary teacher stories because I want to traumatize myself. Coming in at number 10 or 1, I don't care anymore. I'll start. I luckily never had this teacher, but I have heard many stories from classmates who have. This teacher, let's call him Mr. Harvey for privacy purposes, would take pictures on his phone of students who fell asleep in class. His reasoning for this is, I send them to their parents so they'll get in trouble for sleeping in my class. No parents have ever received such an image. I can only imagine what he does with them. When Mr. Harvey went around the classroom to help students with their work, he would place his hand on their shoulder and ask, "What seems to be the problem, sweetheart?" in what he thought was a sort of fatherly, something tone, but came off as let's just say creepy. However, the hand would not leave the shoulder once he had asked what was up. The hand remained there for the entire time he stayed and explained the work. And some accounts have included rubbing the back. No. Worst of all, though, and I just learned of this today, he offers extra credit to any students who are willing to accompany him on a sailing trip. I don't know if he was serious about this or just saying it in jest, but in any case, Mr. Harvey is creepy. Creepy is all you've got to say! Okay. If I get a teacher like this, I am suing, I am crying, and I am running. Coming in at number 9. Yeah, because it's called last one, number 10. Number 9 is by Reddit user something. I can't say that. Not a teacher, but a bus driver when I was 7. We called him Mr. Mike. He was young, probably in his 20s. He assigned all of us girls to sit in the front of the bus. Oh, I think I've heard this one. He gave us all individual pet names, usually the name of a cereal or snack treat, and every day he would pick a princess, and that girl would get to sit on his lap while he drove. I didn't realize how creepy it was until I was much older. He got fired the next year. Where we get on to number 8, these comments are just really funny. A Reddit user commented on that post, "Sweet baby Jesus and the female orphans." Really? How did he get away with that for so long? And then the Reddit user responded, "Because we didn't know it was wrong. So it went unreported until someone mentioned it to their parents, I'm guessing." And then another Reddit user commented, "Yeah, they were probably all happy telling their parents that they were the princess and she got to touch the knight's sword." Coming in at number 8, we've got a post from Reddit user Clumsy Ginger Ninja. Miss Hindenburg, this creepy old dude. Oh, Mr. I thought that was Miss. I'm weird. Mr. Hindenburg, this creepy old dude who was a horrible teacher who lost half my work. So much is wrong with this guy. First of all, he had a giant map of our country down to the street names. I think I've heard of this one. He gave us all a push pin and told us to go pin where our house was. I put my push pin in the middle of some lake. Anyway, and like the OP he was, will call us girls things like sweetheart and honey and baby. The worst thing almost got him fired, though. He made everyone get up and pretend to be water molecules. And pretend to be a water molecule. Oh no. Or something. We had to put our fingers in each other's belt loops. If they didn't have belt loops, we were supposed to put them in each other's pockets. Well, Mr. Heimberg decided to take part in the activity. He also decided it would be a great idea to put his hand in some poor girl's back pocket. Worst teacher ever. Coming in 7, number 7, lucky number 7. I'm weird. This comes from Reddit user unrelated observation. I can't speak. I can't read. What's next? I had the weirdest and creepiest teacher in junior high, so middle school, if none of you guys know that. It was the substitute for my history class. An elderly, nearly bald man who wore a bright red vest and a striped short-sleeved shirt underneath. I cannot speak. Underneath. I can't speak, guys. Every day he subbed for our class. You got one of those teachers? Anyway, every single day he come in, regardless of the fact that no one ever took any in the year he taught us. He offered everyone in the class the same moldy peanuts from an old Ziploc bag. Even worse, his nails were always long and painted a bright purple. Are you trying to ruin the color purple for me? And he wore mascara. He never spoke, ever. He just slipped in the movie that the teacher left him and watched us. Whenever a question was asked, he'd either not answer or nod, shake his head. Or nod/shake his head. Though he wasn't anywhere near being a thing, as far as I know, he was still really creepy to me. Coming in at number 6, so my biology, this is from, I can't even pronounce that. I don't even know what that says. I'll put his Reddit name right there. I'll put his Reddit username right there. I don't know. Anyway, so my biology teacher turned out to be a huge creep. He hosted an exchange student and assaulted her. He was gone from class a few days and we had no clue why. One of my classmates discovered the story before any other teacher even told us about it. We later realized that he gave us assigned seating and all the girls sat in the front of the class. He was about 5 feet and walked with T-Rex arms. Tossed up between the female teacher, usually dressed in a miniskirt and Harley t-shirt, at the age of 45, who would seduce her something program students. Think not slow enough for special ed, but something delayed enough to be entirely out of most normal classes. During school hours, or the teacher would constantly try to bring his students to Jesus and then would hit on them at prayer meetings. Number 4 is shorter and it might actually be better than the last 2. At my high school, there was a substitute teacher who would come in sometimes. He'd say creepy things to girls like, "Close those legs before I get excited." They stopped hiring him after a while. I'm done saying their Reddit usernames, so I'm just gonna get on to their stories. Senior year of high school, we got a new something science teacher. He was extremely overweight, annoying, and acted like a 15-year-old when he was 35. One day, he took my car keys and acted like he was turning on an engine while having the keys leveled at his chest. He then adds, I laughed, kind of startled, and said, I'm going to do my work now. He still works at the high school and has my brother as a student. He keeps asking my brother if I'm married yet. We've got another one that is going to make me throw up. Mr. Radford. I called him that because it was his name. He was a starter. He used to be oddly cold to the boys and super friendly to the girls. That is why I said that. I'm going to throw up. Stop torturing us. Used to drop his pen in front of girls' desks to look at their legs up their skirts. Once he tugged at my friend's skirt because it was too short. On a school water sports trip, he came and lay down next to the sunbathing girls to talk to them. All this and more. He was weird. He lost interest in girls once they got past year 9. So about 13 or 14 was his maximum age. I believe he was complained about more than once, but nothing ever came of it. Reading the first sentence of it, or actually the first few words, it said, I had an old PE teacher. So I know that this one deserves to be at the number 1 spot just because of that. Anyway, I had an old PE teacher. Oh, Cheese Raven. Cheese Raven. Thank you for sharing this story. Thank you, Cheese Raven. I had an old PE teacher who made a habit of watching girls try to climb a big rope we had in our gym. The problem was, this was that. The problem with this was that since the gym shorts we all had were way too short, he could easily look up girls' pants. The worst part would be that climbing this rope was a part of our final. So if girls didn't want to climb the rope because they knew about his scheme, they would probably end up failing his class. I know gym teachers get wrongly stereotyped for negative things all the time. So it's really bad to know one that makes a bad name for the rest of them. Forgot to mention, this guy also later got divorced because his wife caught him with a student. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this really awful video. These were just the bad apples in the barrel. We'll be looking at more though. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. You'll be alerted to more videos like this one. Comment down below if you guys have, first of all, please comment down below recommendations for videos. And second of all, if you guys have your own scary teacher stories, please comment them down below. Like, I'll read them out in my next video. So, hope you guys enjoyed.